Welcome back to DIY with KB. If you're new here, my name is Kiva and I teach people how to achieve the luxe look for less. In today's video, I'm giving you 6 things you need to stop buying. This is not an attack video. This is not a beat up video. All this video is trying to do is help you save some money. Before we get into today's video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and check me out on Instagram. Now let's get into today's video. The first thing I need you to stop buying are rugs from HomeGoods. So HomeGoods has beautiful, immaculate rugs. We love the way that they look, but sometimes we can get them for cheaper. I'm not saying that they're ugly. I'm not saying to throw the ones that you have away, but go to HomeGoods, look at those rugs, and then look them up online. I can't tell you the number of times I've gone to HomeGoods, taken a picture of the tag, and found that same rug online for a little bit cheaper. If you're worried about being able to find that rug for cheaper, put the rug on hold. Put it on hold, head to your car, look it up, and see if you can get a better price. We always want to save money, and sometimes while HomeGoods is all about, making things more affordable, sometimes that just isn't the case. Look up these retailers. They sell things on Rugs USA, Rugs.com, Boutique Rugs, Amazon, Target, Walmart. They sell it in so many different places, and sometimes you just have to tweak the name a little bit. So look up the rug and see how the company describes it on the retailer's website. Then use those same terms and keywords to find that rug under another name. For example, the black rug that I just put in my guest room is called the Arlena rug on Amazon, but it's called like something else. I think it's like faded floral rug on rugs.com. So the title is different, but the rug is the same, but the prices are drastically different. If I had actually done the research, I made this mistake myself. If I actually done the research, I could have saved upwards of $50 on a rug. So you can do the same thing at HomeGoods. The rug is still going to be there. Just put it on hold and you're going to save yourself so much money over time. Something else I always notice at HomeGoods is that they have really standardized pricing. So some rugs are $1.99 and some rugs are $2.99. But what about any of those prices in between $1.99 and $2.99? Rugs have different prices, so maybe you'll be able to get a rug that's $205, right? But they're giving you that $299 price tag. Well, if you look it up, you'll know if you can get it more affordably somewhere else. Sometimes that instant gratification isn't worth the money because $50 is a lot of money. Maybe you'll have to wait 2 or 3 days for it to be shipped to you, but it's going to be more affordable. And when you're buying rugs from places like Amazon and you have Prime, you're not paying for that extra shipping cost. So that might be something you're worried about when you're ordering online, but if you're ordering from an Amazon, you've done your research, you're saving money in a way that you couldn't elsewhere. The next thing I need you to stop buying are decorative pillows. So I love decorative pillows. I am a newfound lover of decorative pillows. You should see my house right now. It is overflowing with pillows and the dog really likes it. But I want you to stop buying decorative pillows in themselves. Instead, I want you to buy a pillow cover and a pillow insert. Now, why? Why do we have to do this? Well, we've all been to HomeGoods or Target or anywhere else, and we see this pillow and it looks really great, but they only have 1, and we need 4. So we've driven to every Target in a 200-mile radius. You're only able to find 1 more, and you're like, okay, so what do I do about this? I have this vision, I want to bring it to life, but how can I execute it? Because I just can't find the stock, especially when you're dealing with stores that only have so many things. If you're buying it from HomeGoods, you're out of luck if they don't have it at your local HomeGoods. No one's going to ship it to you until they really get that robust online store. So if you buy your covers and inserts separately, chances are they have a whole lot more covers at a place. Just think about IKEA. When I want those Anna pillow covers, I can order 20 or 30 of them online. They have 20 or 30 of them in store, and I can bring them all home. I don't have to worry about only having 1 or 2 options. I have an infinite number of things so I can really achieve my full look. I don't have to sacrifice my design vision. Another reason why I want you to buy those pillow covers and pillows separately is for cleaning purposes. When you get that pillow at HomeGoods, you get it at Target, 10 people have touched it, 20 people have touched it, and we don't want the germs. And sometimes it's really hard to clean those pillows. You don't know if you put it in the washing machine, is it going to ruin it? Chances are, normally when you have a pillow cover, it has some really intricate details on how to wash it. It's easier to hand wash if that's what you want to do, because you can do that easier in the sink than a huge 26 by 26 pillow, and it's just way easier to dry. The last reason I want you to get covers instead of full pillows is comfort. The insert of your pillow makes all the difference, because decorative pillows are important for decor and how they look, but it's also about the comfort because you use them when you're laying on your sofa, when you're laying on the bed. And sometimes those pillow covers that come with those pillows are just horrible. They're uncomfortable, they're lumpy, they hurt your neck. You're just not having a really good movie watching experience. So when you get the cover and insert separately, you're able to get the down insert or something that's an alternative that's really fluffy and comfortable. You get something that's more of a pillow and less of just a piece of decor. Last but not least, the pricing tends to be the same. If you're not buying super duper expensive pillow covers, the price at HomeGoods is normally $25 for the whole pillow. You can get an insert and a pillow cover for the same price. So there's not a substantial price difference. You can definitely get the same look really easily. The last reason that I want you to get pillow covers and inserts instead of a full pillow is that our styles change. Our styles change. Don't be in denial about it. Your style is going to change, and therefore you're going to need to get new pillows. That means we have to find somewhere to store those pillows. We have to vacuum seal them. Then we have to worry about just like the cost of the whole thing. If you get pillow inserts, you can really change the pillow cover more rapidly. So you're just paying for the price of the pillow cover instead of the price for a brand new pillow, the cover and insert together. Again, these are just ways to cut costs, which in the grand scheme of things really, really matters. The next thing you need to stop buying is expensive storage containers. Guys, the container doesn't need to be $50. You're putting $2 cereal in it. Why is the container $50? I know you want the high quality seal. You want to make sure it has a plastic that is not going to hurt you, but you can get really high quality containers from places like Target, Walmart, IKEA, Amazon, and even the dollar store. I absolutely love the SureSafe containers from the dollar store. They have an amazing seal. My food always stays fresh, and they're only $1. Sure, they're not as aesthetically pleasing. It might have a blue top instead of like a white one, but it's for your food. It doesn't always have to be the most beautiful thing. You can always upcycle the tops, and you can actually order online from places like the Dollar Tree. So when they do have the more simplified version, such as like the gray top on like the cereal box, you can order them online, pick it up at your local store, and you're still spending $20 on an entire pantry makeover instead of hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You also need to remember that when you're buying those really expensive containers, chances are you're buying them in a set, which means you're kind of getting some containers that you're not actually going to use, or containers that just aren't large enough, or they're too big. When you buy them piecemeal at a more affordable price, you're able to get the containers that you're actually going to use. So maybe you need, 10 cereal containers because your family really needs them, but the OXO containers comes with a really small one that's for just like beans, and then it has like tons of the really tall, small, narrow ones for pasta, but you don't need any pasta. So you have all these containers that can't adequately hold the things that you want to store, and then you're kind of just like out of luck. You've invested all this money, you feel like you need to use it, but what are you going to do? What I will also say about the expensive containers, and this is really, really nitpicky, is that they have a really hard time going through the dishwasher. Because of the seal that they have on them, they really trap a lot of water, which actually is not always the most safe thing because you got a lot of grimy things going on in there. We don't want the bacteria. When we actually opt for the more affordable and simpler containers, they only just have a really basic top and a flap. You can get to all the places on the top and on the flat really easily with a sponge or your basic tool in the sink to make sure that it's getting really, really clean. The only thing you need to do is when you're in the dollar store or whatever store you're shopping at to make sure that those items are dishwasher and even microwave safe, just in case they get used for something else. You want to make sure that they're safe and they're not going to ruin your dishwasher or your microwave. I also want you to stop buying seasonal decor. I want you to stop buying seasonal decor because it's only on display for a few months out of the year, if that. If you're going to do seasonal decor, I want you to choose a season. Choose a holiday that really speaks to you. I love Christmas. I love the twinkly lights and the presents, and I love the smells, and it just feels so homey and welcoming. So that's the season that I've chosen to invest in. So I spent a lot of money on my Christmas tree, my decorations, all of those things, and I bought high quality pieces so that they can last me for years to come. And I have designated storage containers and vacuum seal containers that are designated for those things. So I've already taken care of the storage of it and making sure that these things are going to last for a long time. When you're buying tons of seasonal decor every single season, you have nowhere to store it and you're spending so much money. You don't need to have something for every single single season. If you want to have something that represents each season, if you want to celebrate Easter and you want to have something for the spring and the summer and the fall, maybe concentrate your seasonal decor to one surface in your home. For example, on your island, maybe have a tray where you have your little Easter eggs and your hydrangeas and a little Easter bunny, and that represents Easter. And then come Halloween time or something like that, then you have a pumpkin out there or something like that. Designate one space for the seasonal decor so that you can't buy anything that can't fit within those bounds, so you're not spending so much money. If you are really into seasonal decor, invest in high quality pieces and make sure you have a space to store them. So instead of going to HomeGoods and Target every season when they're putting out the new things, you're going to use those old things and you're going to use them for years to come. Either make a one-time investment or limit yourself to certain parameters so that you're not breaking the bank. I'm not saying that your home can't be joyous and seasonal. That's totally okay. But it has to make sense financially and also in terms of space. What you can do instead is change your color schemes by season. And again, we're gonna talk about those pillow covers again. So maybe in the spring, we wanna introduce maybe a sage green or something like that. Something a little bit more bright, a little bit more warming than something we might have in the fall, where maybe we'll have like a burnt orange or something like that. So these are things really easy to store. We can switch them out really affordably because we're getting the covers instead of the full pillow. That is a nice seasonal ode without overwhelming the space. It's really simple, but it still packs that punch. So instead of it looking like, you know, the Easter bunny threw up in your home, it can just look like you wanted to have a little bit of seasonal charm. You can add it in way more subtle ways, change out your pillows, change out your throws, maybe change out your artwork in maybe the bathroom or something like that, but you don't have to get all the little caricatures and stuff like that. Keep it simple and it's going to elevate your space and save you money. Now, this is one I wish I didn't have to say, but this is one I have to say to myself and so many of you. Stop spending money on those expensive coffee table books. You have to stop buying them because you don't read them. Some people read them, so in the comments, I know you're gonna say you flip through them. I'm proud of you for doing that. I'm happy that you do that, but we don't read the books, and sometimes they don't fit with our style as our style changes. What I actually want you to do, instead of buying these books, is use books that you already own. You have books, you've been to school, your kids have the books. Use those books as part of your decor. You can always wrap them in something if you don't like them. You can paint the outside if you don't want that. But these coffee table books are really, really expensive and they're still fairly busy. When you look at some of these covers, they have so many stripes, they have so many colors, and it still doesn't really create that really simplistic vignette that we're often looking for. So use what you already have. Plus, it often ends up just being a waste of paper, not good for the environment. Let's just use the paper that we've already used. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you still want the aesthetic of the coffee table book, what I want you to do is go on Etsy and get those boxes that actually look like coffee table books. There are boxes that look like Tom Ford. They look like Made for Living. They have the same spines and they have the same size and thickness and all that, but they're actually decorative boxes. So you can throw your money in there, your remotes in there, all of that little clutter that I know ends up on the coffee table, put it in there instead. So that book actually has a dual purpose. Right now, the book's only real purpose is to make your home look nice. And that's really great, but when it gets covered in your coffee cups and your papers and all of that, it kind of loses its charm. So we can get something more affordable, these storage boxes, and actually have them have a dual purpose, which is going to elevate our home and honestly just keep us feeling better because we're going to be more clutter-free and therefore more productive and just like feeling great in our space. The last thing I want you to stop buying are general items that you can't return. So I love going to Goodwill. I love thrift shopping. I love consignment shopping. We love outlet stores. We love antique stores. And you can get some really incredible pieces there that are going to totally elevate and bring some character to your home. I'm with you on that, but you cannot return them. So when you're going out shopping, no matter what store it is, outlet, Goodwill, general thrift store, no matter where you're going, have an idea of what you're looking for. Do an inventory of your home. I have enough vases, I have enough pillows, but today I really need a lamp, or I really need to have this. Have an idea of what you're looking for so that when you're walking into those stores, you're walking in with confidence and you're not gonna pick up things that you don't want. Because at the end of the day, you cannot return them. Sure, you maybe can sell them on Craigslist or OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, but chances are you're not going to get the exact same amount of money that you paid. You're always going to have to, take a little bit less. And sure, maybe it's $1 or $2, but again, people, $1 or $2 really adds up. That's money you could add to your investment portfolio, or you could spend on a really good dinner. That money matters. Stop acting like the little pocket change doesn't matter. It does. So go into those stores with an idea of what you really, really want. What I also like to do is I like to find inspiration items. I'll go on Pinterest. I'll go on those luxury websites and take screenshots of them. I'll make a folder on my phone full of items that I really want, and I'll have them all outlined there. And I'll open up that folder on my phone while I'm out shopping, and if I see something like it, I'm like, check, this is what I really want. If there is an item that isn't on that list, and if I can't articulate to my partner what it is I actually want and why I want it, I can't get it. It just saves so much money and honestly so much space, because I am 100% transparent about this. I have so many things that I'm storing for no reason, and I need to be better about that. And the way to do that is to shop with intention. I know that vintage is really in right now. I love that. I want you to embrace whatever style it is you want to embrace, but don't buy something just because. Don't buy something because I bought it or an influencer bought it. Buy it because you love it, your family loves it, and it's going to add value to your experience at home. Just be intentional with your purchases, because these aren't purchases that you can take back. I honestly would rather you buy everything you can in HomeGoods and make the decision at home and return than buy everything you want to do at Goodwill and then not be able to return them. I know you're like, it's Goodwill, it's a little bit more affordable, but still, if you buy 100 things at Goodwill and they sum to $100, and you buy 2 things at HomeGoods that also sum to $100, you've still spent $100. But the difference is you could maybe go get $50 or $100 back at HomeGoods, but at Goodwill, you still spent $100. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. Those were 6 things I need you to stop buying. Again, this wasn't about your style. This wasn't about taste. This wasn't about trends. It's not about attacking one another. It's all about helping people save their money and curate a space that they stand behind. Let me know down below if you've bought any of these things. Let me know if you regret it. I tell you, I've made all of these mistakes myself. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and until next time, have a beautiful day.